Aaron here. I just want to take you really quickly through how you will fill out your deposit form and some of the things that are going to go along with that. So the deposit form is essentially taking all of the payments that you have collected from customers that week and getting them to College Pro so that we can deposit those checks and the payments from your customers. So the first thing that you're going to do is on your GS&R prep form, just like you would any other week, you will fill out the check or cash column here, the amount that was paid, the amount that was owed, so that you can see if there's ever a discrepancy. You can also track your tips. So to make it easy for you to be able to track your tips, you want to write the description of check. So you can see it here is what is written on the check. So again, Mr. or Mrs. Christine, Bob, if it said that in the top part of the check. Now over here, the lead date, estimate date, book date, that's you basically pasting in your produced job summary. So that's just part of your normal weekly admin. So the first thing you would do, I would think, is just post that in or paste that in. From there, you would fill out any of these amounts. You want to track these on an ongoing basis. It's a big part of managing something like this, to be able to track your payments and know where all the payments and funds are. So that should be pretty simple. You can see again, like the customer name might be a little bit different than what's on the description of the check. So you want to make sure you take the couple of minutes and just fill out the descriptions of all the checks. Now, if it's cash, you would just put cash there. You would fill in cash here. We know that that was a cash payment of $220, but the amount owed was $212. So when you submit that, all of your tips and what have you will come back to you in the validation process that we would have along with your bonuses at the end of the season. So from there, what you would do is you would take the information from your GS&R prep file and put it into the deposit form. So the deposit form is here. It's very, very simple. You've got some categories here, which would be check or cash, the amount, the description, and then any additional notes. So for example, if it was a cash payment, you may decide to put the customer information there, just so that you've got all the information that you could possibly have. So all you would really need to do is, once you'd filled all this out, you can copy these two categories here. So check and cash and amount paid, those line up here. So you would copy those, paste it into the deposit form. It would show up right over here. From there, the description, you would just copy the description column here. So you'd grab it, copy it, paste it into the description, add any notes. This whole process should literally take you 10 minutes to do, and it needs to be done every single week. The other parts that you would have here, the other things to fill in on the deposit listing would be the division. So the easiest thing to put there is your coach. So if you report to, for example, Lauren, you would put the Belfoy division. Submitted by, that's your name. So you want to make sure that you've got that in there. The date, and then the tracking number. So what you should be doing is at the end of production every week, whether it's Saturday, Sunday, is putting together your deposit listing, mailing it off using Express Post. So Express Post is a service that has I guess been available at any of the post offices. The reason you want to use Express Post is for two things. One, it's secure because you also get a tracking number. So that's what you'd want to do, is before you send the deposit listing off, take a picture of the receipt to make sure that you've got the tracking number, because you'll be sending obviously payments through the mail. The other thing with Express Post is it's typically a 2-day service, and for us, we'd want to make sure some of these deposits go in really quickly so that homeowners aren't wondering what's happening with their payment, and then all of a sudden a payment goes in 2 weeks later. That's sometimes how you get a bounced check, and then you've got some extra work to do to go back and collect from that customer. So you want to make sure you're putting that tracking number in. So again, division is your coach, submitted by is your name, the date, that's obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory with the date, and then you've got the tracking number, that's the tracking number off your receipt. What you'll do is you will put that receipt in the Express Post envelope with all of your checks so that we can reimburse you for the cost of shipping those every single week. So again, this is something that should be done each and every week, so there's not a backlog. It's right here. All the payables would be sent to below. So it'd be sent to us, College Pro. You'd put it to the attention of Paula. The address that would be sent is right here, and the email is there as well, because the last step would be to email this deposit listing to Paula and CC, so copy your coach. You don't have to put anything else in there. If you want to put some pleasantries, a joke, something to make someone smile, you're welcome to do so. But all you need to do is mail this off to Paula, copy your coach so that you've got it. From there, what's going to happen is Paula will get your check. So the Express Post, she will line it up with your deposit listing, and then from there she'll reply to confirm that she's got your checks and that everything made sense. Or if there was an issue or a missing payment or something was was off, she'll let you know as well, so that week to week we know exactly what's going on with the financials, and so do you. So that's the deposit listing. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, let us know. It should be, again, done every single week, either on Saturday or Sunday when you're done production, sent by express post. Make sure your tracking number ends up in this deposit listing. Send it off to Paula by email, and the address for sending the express post is right here. So super simple, but if you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to ask, and we will talk to you soon.